I think you really getting to know me and why I'm doing this and helps you adjust your approach. I honestly, I trusted you and I still trust you, clearly.
Hell yeah.
I'm still here.
Good to know.
And I believe in the process. And I think you have a really good thing going. I clearly put a lot of personal effort into what you do. And I can see that even as one of your clients. So
Oh yeah.
it goes a long way. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Yeah. Cool, man. So before you jumped in that discovery session we had fucking ages ago, what was the main things you were wanting a hand with?
Think where I lacked most was just, I guess, what I thought I needed to be doing. I think I valued other things too much in the wrong way. I guess I thought you could just make good music and that would be enough. And I always figured there was something more to it other than just like, or things that obviously that plays a role in it. But there was some kind of presentation factor I knew I was missing. And yeah, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And there's just so many different aspects of all this stuff besides just producing and that I knew existed, but I didn't really have a good understanding of. So yeah, I mean, I would say that's probably the biggest thing is just all of the other hats you have to wear wanting to have a successful project that I wasn't very like, beefed up in, I guess.
To me, it seemed like you already had the full package of everything. Like you had the quality, you had the speed, and you had like social media ideas already in place. But it felt like you already knew what you needed to do, but you just weren't like doing it just yet, as you were like, is this the right way, or should I be doing this way? But I think me and you already had that conversation where you're just like you kind of already knew that's what you needed to do, but you just weren't quite doing it yet.
Well, and I think it was also like day to day what that actually looks like
Yeah,
and batching that was huge for me
sick.
and like consolidating. I knew all of these things I needed to be doing, but like I knew all of the things I need to be doing, not necessarily how to do them or like how to do them efficiently, right? And that was kind of like I had experience having a project do well before in the past, but with the rebrand and stuff, it felt like I had to do it all at once. It just felt really overwhelming. Whereas after we talked, even just our initial conversation was like, and I even tell my students this, I don't have to wear all the hats at once, one thing at a time. And it was hearing that, but just in a completely different perspective, I guess.
What did you think of the style of coaching? Because I haven't seen any other platform do this style where it's like custom build specifically to what I feel like is going to get the best goal for what we're trying to do. How did you feel about that whole process?
Honestly, at first, I wasn't sure what to expect, honestly, but I also know that I have the work ethic to see things through. And I also understood your approach, but I had never seen it that way before. So I think you getting to know me beforehand and understanding the story, where I'm coming from, where I'm trying to go, I think was really important to me because sure, I could tell anybody, oh, I'm this good or I've got these things to work with. And it's not a one size fits all thing. And I know that. So I think just understanding your approach and you explaining in depth why are approaching things a certain way and how it's worked maybe for you or some of your other clients in the past. It wasn't like again like one size fits all thing. I know is not the case. If that's anybody would be making the same kind of music with the same kind of stuff, right? So I think you really getting to know me and why I'm doing this and helps you adjust your approach. I honestly, I trusted you and I still trust you, clearly.
Hell yeah.
I'm still here.
Good to know.
And I believe in the process. And I think you have a really good thing going. I clearly put a lot of personal effort into what you do. And I can see that even as one of your clients. So
Oh yeah.
it goes a long way. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Yeah, I really do. It means the world to me to actually get results for people because you're a teacher too. So like get that dopamine
Hmm.
hit. You're like I helped make that happen. Live vicariously through other people as they're doing things. So with the
Yeah,
content
exactly.
strategy, it hit pretty hard at the start, and then obviously we had some like, things come up with algorithm stuff. But I think you were telling me as well doing the remixes at high volume. I think you even got some like, shows out of it or something like that, some show offers or something.
Dude, literally the first TikTok that I made after going through the templates that we had talked about. Someone from that I had known from my previous project hit me up like, "Hey bro, you want to come play in New Mexico?" It was the very first piece of content that I posted.
Mm.
I got a show booking off of it.
Cool.
And it other people have been noticing it too. I feel like even just going out to shows out here, they're like, "Dude, I see you on the internet and I see what you're doing. I love your videos." And I had never put that kind of energy into the internet presence before. saying I thought you could just make good music and that was enough, but you really have to put yourself out there. And I was never confident in my ability to do that and showing my personality.
Mm. Well, I think that was one thing you were really good at, was actually showing your personality. Because most people, when they're doing these kinds of videos, they're very timid and not like, they're too scared of showing what their personal brand is actually like. And that's arguably the main thing that separates you from everyone else, is having that personality.
I think
Music.
after,
Oh,
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's your taste in your music, but it's also the taste in like who you are as a person, like personality, right?
I think also quitting my main teaching gig to do all this really helped me go all in with it and not really care about any of that stuff because I was just kind of treating it as this not necessarily a last ditch effort because I'm never going to
Yeah,
quit. I'm always
absolutely.
going to be making music and doing that. But ultimately, it made me feel a little bit more all in having that kind of reality behind it. So showing my personality is something I've always done halfway, but seeing how it affects other people, and putting myself out there that
Mm,
affects other people in a positive way. It was
mm.
like I need to keep doing this.
Absolutely. Well, I'm keen to pick up where we left off in a couple of months and just do a couple more one-on-ones when we've done a little bit more of the content strategy stuff and just build off of that. But so far, I'm pretty happy with the results, and I'm really appreciated that you actually showed up each time and actually did the thing. Because a lot of people I work
Yeah.
with, they'll be like, "Oh, I got one video made and something came up and blah blah." But like, even though when you had stuff coming up and you were still having the stresses of life and having a social life, you're still showing up with the amount of videos that I said to do, and you're doing them like very quality amount as well. They're all really good from the very get-go as well. Because like usually, I think I told you this, usually in the first round I do with somebody, we don't even post those because they're usually shit. But yours were
Yeah.
really good. We just post them straight away. Some edits
Yeah.
done, but they were just like pretty good to go. So that was something that was really, really fun about working with you, because it was just like easy. I didn't have to like really say much, and we were like on board it. So it's really, really a pleasure working with you, man.
Likewise, man. I'm looking forward to a longer game that's ahead and really applying this over the next few months. And obviously, like I was telling you yesterday, I had some big life changes with the little one on the way, and that just lit a different kind of fire under my ass. I think the old me before I married Nicole, it would have been like, "Oh, my life's over," and blah blah blah. Now it's like it's a totally different
Yeah,
inspiration that I'm feeling with all of it.
absolutely. Yeah.